Recording in progress.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanandana Shalakaya Chaksharavannitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hare Krishna, Om Shri Radheshyam Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Name Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pachayane Nirvishesh Shrinyavadi Paschatri Jatayane Shri Chaitanya Prabhupada Shri Advaita Vasivasa Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram. So I'm going to sing a few lines of this song. Let me repeat it. This song which we were singing just now is the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this famous song. Now, in yesterday's talk that we were discussing about Utsaha Nishyataya, we should practice devotion service with great enthusiasm, with determination, confidence, and patience. Now, it is possible that somebody studies the scriptures very intellectually and tries to subdue the impure senses and the fickle mind by one's own intelligence. So, such an intelligent person in the scriptures is called as a Vipashchit. Vipashchit means he can do immersion. He is a very good contemplator, reflector, speculator. But even such people are cheated by their senses and mind. That is said in the Bhagavad Gita. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha. Direct terms. Indriyani pramatini haranti prasabam manaha. The senses are like a mad elephant. They snatch away the senses. The senses actually snatch away the intelligence of even a greatly intelligent person, jnani or a yogi. And haranti prasabam manaha, they snatch away very easily. So therefore, if one wants to rise above these impurities of this world and fix one's mind and observe the truth, then one will not be able to do it by one's own endeavor without attracting the grace of the Lord. Therefore it is said you have to run the race with the grace of the Lord. Then only one will be able to do that. That's explained in the Bhagavatam, one verse. Adapite deva padambujadvaya prasadalesha anugrihita evahi janati tatvam bhagavan mahimno nachanyameko vichiram vichinmat. That verse says that prasadalesha anugrihita evahi. So we need at least a small drop of the Lord's mercy for us to be able to go beyond this world of samsara. Krishna says that in Gita also. Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi atachyetvam ahankaram na shroshyasi vinansyasi. Krishna is telling mat chitta sarva durgani, all the very great challenges and difficulties in your life, mat prasada tarishyasi. By my mercy, you will be able to cross over this thing. Mat prasada tarishyasi. That's a very important word. So, now when we talk about utsaha, nishya and dhairya, we were saying yesterday some very vital points. You remember? One point I said was about, I said was, intention is very important. Intention to please Krishna is a very important thing. Okay, somebody may say, I am chanting Hare Krishna, but I don't have intention to please him. I am just doing it out of duty. Or I am attending aartis, but my mind is not here, mind is wandering somewhere. My intention is not to remember the Guru and gratefully thank him. My intention is not to remember Krishna in Vrindavan. So the mind is just running away from all this spiritual absorption, and it is having some mundane absorption, or the mind is just switching off to the spiritual inputs, what to do. Some people ask like that. So in such a situation, one should at least pray for pure intention. One can pray to the Lord, please give me pure intention. I don't have pure intentions. I have come with some motivation. So there are many prayers in the Bhagavatam like that. Like there is one prayer by Prachetas saying, Avishkram na klishtana kimanyat anapampitam. So they are saying that, my dear Lord, in this world, we all conditioned souls, we always chase after misery. The name, misery is another name is mental enjoyment, they are saying. We always chase after misery in this world. We run here and there and pay money and purchase suffering in this world. Like somebody is purchasing cigarette, is purchasing suffering. Somebody is purchasing liquor, is purchasing suffering. Somebody is purchasing mental enjoyment, is purchasing suffering. So, but you are so kind, even though you are the ocean of bliss, you have so much happiness to award us, we are running away from you. Even though the mental enjoyment is full of suffering, we chase after it. But you don't become angry with us. You are running behind us. In Akshita soul, you are sending the scriptures, the holy rivers, the holy dhams, holy prasadam, holy name. You are trying to envelop us with your mercy. And you are trying to turn us towards you. And you are eager to take us back to God and bestow unlimited happiness to us. So in this way, you will find that this kind of prayers are very wonderful in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, therefore, a prayerful disposition is actually the juice in performing devotional service. Like for example, if you have a bandage in your knee, you want to remove it. Doctor is telling you, you have to change it now. If you remove it, all the hairs also come. It's very painful. But if you put some water, it smoothly comes out. Similarly, the path of spiritual life is often feared by the conditioned souls who always delight in sense gratification. The conditioned soul chase after sense gratification, but actually there is suffering there. And spirituality there is happiness, but still the conditioned souls fear spirituality because they are afraid that you will tell them to give up. They are afraid of detachment and giving up in this world. Most people run away from spiritual life. Why? Because they think, hey, they will tell you, don't eat this, don't do that, don't do this. They fear that. Therefore, you will see that the path of Krishna consciousness is a very blissful path. This path says, Chodna nahi hai, sab kuch jodna. You should learn to connect everything with the Lord. You don't have to give up things. You want to eat nice food, first you offer it to the Lord and then take. So like that, the path of Krishna consciousness offers so much enjoyment even in a conditioned stage also. What to speak of in the liberated stage. So one should develop firm faith that the spiritual path is for my good. When you tell people rise early in the morning, they will not rise. They'll get up at 8 o'clock, they will get up. 9 o'clock they will get up. And therefore their life is always miserable. Because they have not yet committed for the Lord. Once you commit yourself for the Lord, there is ocean of happiness that awaits you. So, but for that commitment, you should not fear spiritual life. You should not doubt spiritual life. You should not run away from spiritual life. So when one is willing to commit, make the commitment without fearing, then the juice of Krishna consciousness can be experienced. So the chanting of the holy name and the morning program will be a burdensome experience for those who don't have a prayerful attitude. So therefore I sang this song a few minutes ago. Ekhona bujinu Prabhu. Bujinu means I have come to understand, he is saying. Tomara charana. So what I have understood about your lotus feet, Krishna is saying, Ashoka bhayamrita purna sarvakhana. He is saying, anyone who comes to your lotus feet, Krishna, I have seen that they become free from lamentation. I have seen several devotees in this moment who are very, very cheerful and very jolly. Not 1, 2, 3, hundreds and thousands of devotees we have seen. Proper disciples, very senior devotees. So you can see how these people have become free from fear because they have started tasting the nectar from your lotus feet. So what is the meaning of tasting the nectar of Krishna's lotus feet? That means studying the scriptures, understanding Krishna's qualities, his pastimes, his activities, and his dealings with devotees, and devotees' dealings with them. So when one studies all these things with great faith, then that awakens your great respect, interest, enthusiasm and joy and faith in the nectarian pastimes of the Lord. So when that kind of faith is awakened, then remembrance of Krishna becomes a constant feature in the life of a devotee. Just like, for example, if a boy loves a girl, in the morning he gets up, he thinks of her. Daytime he tries to see her, and he tries to approach her, tries to have some interaction with her, and he later on cherishes those interactions in his mind. He takes some selfie and all those things and keeps it and watches it. Correct? So you will see that in this world, if you have attraction for something, like a child is, like when we were small, kids were attracted to a wooden horse, you know. So in the morning, as soon as you get up, even before brushing the teeth, you go and sit in the horse. You want to go like this. Only thing is, horse never will go ahead. It's in the same place it will be going. So children are attached to toys, boys are attached to girls, and grown-up men are attached to money-producing jobs. You will see that. And this everybody is attached to something in this world which they meditate on always. So in the same manner, for a devotee, as soon as he gets up in the morning, the first thing that fills up his mind is remembrance of Krishna, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's pastimes at every moment. So if one is prayerful in practicing all the spiritual items, then one's mind will gradually become filled with Krishna thought, Krishna remembrance. So Prabhupada says, once you have Krishna's remembrance in the background of your mind, then all activities will become relishable for you. So Yekhana Pujana Prabhu, Tomara Charana, Ashoka, Abhaya Amrita. He's saying Abhaya means people become fearless, people become free from lamentation. Ashokan, Abhaya. These are the two graces of the Lord. They don't have fear of what will happen to my job, what will happen to my future. Prabhupada says so many boys are graduating from colleges today, and many are jobless in India also. Out of 18 lakh engineers passing out, only 3 lakh are getting jobs. Other 5 lakh go for master's degree and everything. The 10 lakh, what are they doing? Many of these 10 lakh people are driving Uber, Ola in India many times, if you see. So many are worried about jobs, taking their degrees in their mouth. They are going door to door from the company. Sir, is there a job for me? And people are saying, no vacancy, get lost. And they are driven away. One company, second company. Some boys apply 500 companies, still they don't get jobs. Prabhupada says, we are providing Krishna conscious knowledge here. We are not beggars, we are givers. Prabhupada came to America and he said in 1968 in Berkeley, one boy argued with him that, you are coming to America to preach Gita, who will hear you? Prabhupada said, what about you? You are advanced in science and technology, you have come here as a beggar of dollar notes. I am coming here as a giver, Prabhupada said. I am coming and I am adding some value to the lives of the Americans. What are you doing as an Indian? India is known for spiritual enlightened men, and you are not coming and distributing knowledge to the Americans. Rather, you are coming to take the dollar notes and become more materialistic than them also. What have you done for this country? Prabhupada challenged. And that's a fact. Although it may be painful, it's a reality that Indians who are coming out of India to America should actually preach this message. Not be lazy, get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, just cook food and keep for 1 week in the fridge and eat, and not living a clean life, not chanting the holy name, not studying the scriptures, but chasing after the mirage of glitter and glamour of America. So then such a Indians, such Indians who come to the West for the monetary sake, how are they different from any other Westerner who is a materialistic person, isn't it? So therefore we should carry this wisdom and distribute this wisdom. So Yekana Punjana Prabhu, Tamara Charana, Ashoka Abhaya Amrita, Purna Sarvakhana is saying. Three things he says, Ashokan, Abhaya and Amrita. It's your feet is emanating nectar which is like Amrita. Purna Sarvakhana. It's like, when a hot sunny day you take an umbrella, and the umbrella is a special umbrella because below the umbrella there is a shower of sweet rice. They are also eating sweet rice and also you are protected from the sun also. So similarly the Krishna consciousness is a process where you are prevented from the kleshas of the world. It's called klesha agni, we call it. You are prevented from Trividha Tapatraya Urmulana. And at the same time it also provides you nectar of the taste of varieties of items like the darshan of the deities, the prasadam, the kirtan, the music, and the association of devotees. It gives nectar also. And then he's saying, Sakalacharya Tua Charana Kamale. I have given up all my so-called material enjoyment in this world and come to your lotus feet, my Lord. Sakalacharya Tua Charana Kamale Padiya Chaminata Tava Padatare, he's saying. I have fallen at your feet as the only shelter now. I have taken Krishna consciousness very seriously, my dear Lord. And then he's saying, you are mine, Araraka Kartanahi, Yevava Samsara. In this world there is no true protector. Nobody is interested in us in this world except Krishna. Actually it's very surprising. Krishna is interested in us fully and we have no time for him. And you will find that all other people of the world who are running away from us, they are interested in their own things. We give 99% of the time for those things, he says. So now when one should actually give, it is said, then man, it is said. If you cannot give your mind, some people say, oh, I am giving my mind to Krishna. You can't say that. Why? If you are giving your mind, your body, your wealth, all your resources will go with your mind. Correct? You can see that if somebody has given his heart to a woman, he will marry her, he will give her a house, give her a car, give him his bag, give her his bank balance, everything he will give. But so mind giving is very difficult. Then he says, if you cannot give that, then at least give your body in doing services, in preaching and all those things. If you cannot do that, at least give wealth and contribute something to this Krishna consciousness movement. In this way, he says that you are my only protector, you are my only maintainer, you are my only beyond. And then he is giving examples of Lakshmi, Brahma, Shiva, Narada, all these great characters. How all these personalities, because of taking the dust of Krishna's lotus feet on their head, they have become very exalted beings. And we have to follow in their footsteps. So therefore, in the now I'll show you just one. I'll share this with you. So how to enter the confidential pastimes through Srila Prabhupada's books. You see, Prabhupada's books are empowered translations. He has made the complex philosophy very easy to understand in a very non-technical language. Even the confidential pastimes is presented in a very simple and easy way, not to get confused. So, and he teaches a very simple language. You will never misunderstand Prabhupada. Yeah. So, if you are unsteady devotees, you are agitated by pastimes of Krishna, dancing with gopis, then what we should do? Okay, learn the basic philosophy from Prabhupada's books, that is primary. And Krishna Leela reading should be secondary. Therefore, we begin with small books, medium books, bigger books, and then we go to Krishna book. Selfless service, attentive japa, diligent study of Shastra, they all will purify the unsteady devotee. Unsteady means below Nishtha stage. Yeah. And once we are purified, we are freed of most bad habits, anartha is over, we are freed from the sex urge, away from affinity for the body and everything, we have become fixed up. Then we can be introspective, honest enough. In this way, we have to deserve and then we can go for higher this thing. So now here you will see non-devotees, what should they hear? Non-devotees is potential devotees. They should read about Krishna's greatness and they should chant Krishna like Vishwarupa Darshanam. Or this Leela of Markandeya Rishi, Markandeya Rishi seeing the Krishna swallowing the whole universe, Krishna opening mouth and showing to Yashoda whole universe. These kind of things they should read Krishna's greatness, and the Shavatara they should read. They should read Krishna's pastimes occasionally. They should read about Ishvara Jiva Prakriti Kala Karma, those things. And they should avoid Bhagavad Saprahas and esoteric books made by merchants. Those things they should avoid. And mixed devotees, Artha Jigyasa Artha Jnani, what they should do? They should purify the selfish motives. They should hear about the incarnations of the Lord, especially Matsya Kurma Narasimha and all those Dashavataras. They should hear about Krishna's opulence and divinity, 6 opulences and his divinity, how it's all divine. Occasionally they can read Krishna's Raja Leela, that Krishna book. And they should keep a reverential distance from such topics. And they should read any book under guidance. They should occasionally they can sing songs of Krishna's Raja Leela. And learn to respect Radharani as a divine mother. Yeah, and they should endeavor to give up their offenses and worship the deities of Gaur Nitai. So these are for mixed devotees. I will give this PPT to Omkar Prabhu, you can send it to all. Neophyte devotees, Kanishadikaris, what they should do? They can even read Krishna Leela directly because they have developed a firm faith in Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Occasionally read in a regulated way, but avoid purposefully reading Gopi Leela. Even Kanishadikaris cannot understand Gopi Leela. So, by praying for relief from unwanted habits, they should cultivate devotion. And Kanishta devotees with weak faith. So, in the same manner, then in this way we have given for different people. So you can go through that, how our reading should be gradual. Regarding this, there is one lecture in Shuddha Chistamani by His Holiness Shivaram Swami Maharaj. I have spoken it from his book about what should be our reading content. I will pass it on to Omkar Prabhu and he will share it with all of you. So in this way you will see that properly the hearing and reading is like the real injection for a diseased man. If your reading, hearing is good, proper, from there only you are going to develop your attraction in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, like when you go to a hospital, what is the most important thing? You meet the doctor, correct now? If you don't meet the doctor, take the medicine and don't apply it in your life, you are not going to be cured. So the daily hearing, what you do, whom are you hearing and how is the preaching affecting you and how is it purifying you and elevating you, that matters the most in spiritual life. Your chanting quality, your seriousness in spiritual life, your dedication is all going to depend on that one thing which is Shravanam, quality hearing. So once your Shravanam is proper, you will be super enthusiastic. Actually many of us, myself, Gaurav Prabhu, we got to hear Zona Radhat Maharaj personally in the early years, 91 when we came, and Zona Bhakti Maharaj. So many times we are not fortunate to hear such great souls personally. But that is the reason we have recordings of great souls. Whichever great souls recordings you are hearing, whether you are hearing recording or hearing personally, if you take the content seriously and you apply it in your life, then it will affect you, it will flourish you. So the Shiksha Guru means Shiksha Guru also, who are the Shiksha Gurus for us? The person whose Shiksha is touching our heart and transforming us. So we may have a dozen Shiksha Gurus, but whom all we are hearing from? Is it awakening my bhakti? That we should check it. Then we will make a very swift progress. So today I am concluding this five-part series. I will send a PPT also to Omkar Prabhu. I will give it to him. You can all go through it laterally. And I am here next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days I am planning to do one more 4-part series when I am in Boston. That will be on a different theme that I will come back next week, I will tell you.